Hey, this is Coach Yasin, the co-founder and head instructor here at Remote Wellness Academy. And I want to go ahead and give you a very big, warm welcome to the Remote Wellness Academy. Now, right from the beginning of your experience with us here at RWA, I want you to understand that we 100% comprehend that you have chosen to invest your time, your energy, your financial resources with us. And I want you to know that we do not take that responsibility lightly, okay? We understand that that is a responsibility. We understand that you have trusted us with your income, with your career, the livelihood of yourself, the livelihood of your family, the livelihood of your team if you have one. And so what I want you to know from the very beginning of your experience with us is that our main goal from the beginning to as long as you're with us is to absolutely over deliver again and again and again. Okay, so I want to go ahead and reassure you that you are in good hands and that we will be taking care of you. Okay, so the biggest thing here is as long as you execute and as long as you communicate on what we're going to be having you do inside of this program, you will see the results that you are looking for. And like I said, our number one goal here at Remote Wellness Academy is to make sure that all of our students get a return on investment with their investment as soon as possible. So you can see here, we are real people. We are a real team. This is not some people who are in their mother's basement who read something online and then all of a sudden decided to create a course or a program or anything like that. Like I said, my name is Coach Yasin. I am the co-founder here at Remote Wellness Academy. You may have seen Coach Malik and some of the rest of our team as well. But overall, I just want you to know that you are in great hands, okay? And so what does that mean when we say that you are in great hands here at Remote Wellness Academy? Biggest thing I want you to know, this is not our first rodeo, okay? This is not the first time we're trying this out. We have done this hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times, okay? Whether that has been for ourselves, whether that's been for our students. Overall, we have been in the industry for over half a decade. Individually, we have experiences that add up to multiple decades of experience. And like I said earlier, unlike your everyday guru sitting in their mom's basement teaching you how to make money online, we ourselves have been doing this for many, many years, and we have a track record of being successful with this, okay? So real team, real people, real results, and remote wellness is what we live and breathe, okay? So don't worry. You may have been alone for a long time trying to figure this entire make money online game out. Well, you are not alone anymore. You have an entire team to help you. You have mentors, you have experts, you have peers. You are in a community now, and we're going to help make sure that you get to where it is that you're looking to go ahead and get to, okay? So with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about what are the goals of this program, right? Where are we actually headed inside of this program, okay? So there are going to be three primary goals that we're going to be talking about. The very first goal of this program is to train you and equip you to become a world-class remote wellness practitioner, so that way you can provide transformation and not information, okay? And what that's going to allow you to do is going to allow you to be able to change not only your life, but more importantly, and maybe, arguably, maybe not more importantly, but change other people's lives as well. And so both of those are equally important there, right? Because if you don't change your life, if you don't practice what you preach, then it's going to be difficult to be able to help other people as well. So that's goal number one. We're going to go ahead and help you transform your life and then learn how to be able to transform the lives of others as well. Now, goal number two is we're going to teach you how to be able to make money without spending a major, massive amount of money, without having hundreds of thousands of dollars in capital, without having thousands of dollars in capital, because that really is the biggest issue with traditional business models, where you have to invest so much money in order to be able to make a small percentage of that money back. And so what we're going to show you inside of this entire program is the new 90% plus business model with remote wellness. So that way you can be that you can get the cash flow that you need in order to be able to fund your lifestyle, quit your 9 to 5, if that's what you're trying to do right now, and really be able to have the cash flow to fund everything, okay? And then goal number three is to help you implement a system where you can generate new high-paying dream clients on a daily basis using the RWA client acquisition system, okay? So bottom line, our goal is to help you create more income, more impact, and more freedom for yourself, for your family, for your clients, for your entire world by using the power of remote wellness to get you those high paying dream clients on a daily basis, like clockwork, and then literally give you an entire online 6 and yes, even 7-figure remote wellness practice in a box by showing you step-by-step, plug and play how to over deliver to those clients. And so this entire training program is going to show you exactly that from the ground up. Even if you have zero experience in any of this, if you're like, what the heck is remote wellness? I have no idea what it is that you're talking about. Don't worry, we're going to help you take it from the ground up all the way to where it is that you're looking to get to, okay? The next thing we want to go ahead and touch base on is we want to go ahead and talk about the 3 pillars, okay? There are 3 pillars inside of the RWA program. And pillar number 1 is what we call the curriculum and the textbook, okay? That is what you are inside of right now. So the curriculum, the training portal, that is the timeless principles. What we're talking about here when we talk about the curriculums, we're talking about the systems and the foundations that are going to help you get set up and running with your 6 and 7-figure remote wellness practice. Okay, so that's the training portal. Now, you are going to have 12-month access to this training material, okay? And you can work at whatever pace you want. However, my recommendation is I'm going to give you some very strong recommendations about at what pace you should work at, but you absolutely do want to make sure that you push as hard as you can and you execute as much as you can in the first 12 weeks of your program. Okay, so that's very, very important. Now, it is also very important for me to go ahead and mention here that that 12-month access is contingent to any additional guarantees that that may be inside of your student agreement. Okay, so typically it is 12 months, but then there are other guarantees that we provide to students who come in from there as well. Okay, now the second pillar of this entire program is the live training and the coaching calls. Now, the thing with the live training and coaching calls is that business and career income, the training on those things, sometimes the tactics change regularly. And so what we do is we go ahead and host community coaching calls that are Q&A based, and we do those on a weekly basis, okay? And so what that allows you to do is it allows you to be able to get the up-to-date information on what's going on, as well as talk to somebody one-on-one, so that way you can get your questions answered, okay? And so the coaching calls, like I said, are one-on-one. They are completely unmuted where you get to talk to the coach one-on-one. However, what we do is we do those in a group setting. So what that means is that when you are talking to the coach one-on-one, other students will be able to hear your question, and you will also be able to hear other students' questions when their time comes. And so what that means is that for those of you who are maybe a little bit shy, maybe you don't even have a question, maybe you're a little bit introverted, you are able to learn through osmosis from other students, and other students can learn from you as well. And so what we have found is that that is the best approach, so that way everyone is able to learn and grow together. And that way, even if you don't have a question, you can show up to the weekly coaching calls and really learn from what other students are struggling as well, okay? Now, one important note that I'm gonna go ahead and mention here is that you will have 12-week access to the live training and coaching calls, as well as a student community, which I'm about to get into here in a second, okay? But again, there is an asterisk there that is dependent on, unless otherwise stated, when you joined the program, okay? Now, finally, we have the third pillar of the program is considered the student community. Now, the student community is a VIP invite-only community with all of our top current active students. Inside of this community that you are a part of, there are those who are doing 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50. Even we have a couple students who are doing $100,000 a month using the exact same strategies, the exact same tactics that you are learning inside of this program, okay? On top of that, the student community is an amazing place to go ahead and get your questions answered. It's an amazing question and answer database. We have a search in there as well. And so it really allows you to have that network and that community of everyone who is on the same path as you, okay? And again, you will have 12-week access to the coaching calls and the community. And the other thing is that, like I said, the program is designed to be completed over 12 weeks. However, like we talked about earlier, you will have at least 12-month access to the training program. And so if it does take you longer, you are able to do this at your own pace. However, I would recommend that you do push yourself to execute as well. Okay. Now, the other thing I want to go ahead and talk about, let's talk about some of the different things that you might be seeing in terms of acronyms. Okay. You might be seeing, depending on, what training portal you're in, you might be seeing it inside of the student community. You might be seeing it with some older students using this. You might be seeing them use acronyms such as OFP or CMA or RWA. And so what I want you to know about that is that prior to us being Remote Wellness Academy, our company used to be named Online Fit Pro, and then after a while we changed it to Coach Mentor Academy, so OFP and CMA, and then finally we ended up just permanently sticking to Remote Wellness Academy. So you might see in some of our testimonials in the student community, you might see some people mentioning CMA or OFP, but ultimately RWA is the brand name that we have going forward. I just wanted to go ahead and give you that note so that way you know, if in case you see those things, okay? Now, the next thing we want to go ahead and touch base on is what makes this program so damn good, right? You might be wondering, okay, I went ahead and invested into this program. What makes this program so amazing? Well, the answer to that question is really 4 major pieces to this. The very first piece of that is what we call the proven process, okay? So what we have done here at Remote Wellness Academy is we've gone ahead and turned what is normally an unknown gray area in how to make money online, and specifically with remote wellness. And we have turned that into a precise science. Okay. So while the rest of the world is guessing, how do I make money online? What is the best way to do it? What we do is we use a predictable, proven system that we know for a fact, if you execute on it, and I'm not even going to say if you execute on it, I'm going to say when you execute on it, it will make you wealthy. Okay. So that is piece number 1, which is the proven process. The second piece of this is the winning community. Okay? Because the truth is that changing your life is not easy when you are surrounded by people that you've always been with. Because what they do is they remind you of who you used to be. They remind you of a previous version of yourself, right? Maybe you're responsible now, but they say, hey, I remember when you didn't used to be responsible. And so having a community that supports you is absolutely critical. And so here at RWA, what you are doing is you're joining a worldwide community of people who are on the same path as you. So that way your dreams are not laughed at, but instead they are supported. Okay. Now the third piece of this is what is called the new paradigm. Okay. And what the new paradigm is, it's a completely new way to think. Inside of this program, you're going to learn a completely new way to think. And I know that sounds, grandiose, but I want you to stick with me here, okay? Because what we have done inside of this program is we have engineered a new way on how to think about business, about how to think about life, about how to think about your career, and how to really be able to reprogram your mind. And that transformation is so profound that so many students say that it's like they're seeing for the first time. It's like reality and life and business and money all of a sudden makes sense for the first time ever. And so when most successful people out there have taken decades in order to be able to build up their mental understandings, we have figured out how to be able to install this new paradigm and this new way of thinking in just a matter of weeks. And that is exactly what you're going to learn as well. Okay. And then the fourth piece of this is expert mentorship. Okay. Because the truth is that true experts are not easy to get a hold of for most people. Okay. And so the difficulty is that when you are doing something new, something that you've never done before, you need help, you need advice, especially when you're facing those challenges. Okay. And so what we do here at Remote Wellness Academy and what you are now a part of is that you're going to get 24/7, 365 access to experts via the student community, via the weekly coaching calls, via our support email. You're going to get access to that mentorship. So that way you are able to be successful in this endeavor inside of making your dreams a reality, okay? And so the last thing I want to go ahead and touch base on here is you might be having some initial doubts. And that's completely normal, right? You're wondering, did I make the right choice? I did all this and I don't know, is this the right choice? Was joining with Remote Wellness Academy, becoming a student, the right choice, right? Will this actually work? So I want to go ahead and ease a little bit of those concerns here right now, okay? So the very first thing I want you to know is that Coach Malik and I, we actually do this ourselves and we have done this successfully ourselves also, okay? When we first launched our health and wellness practice, we actually added 257 clients in our very first 4 months in business. Okay, this is Jamal. He did 11 grand cash collected his first 30 days. You can see here, this is Rebecca. Rebecca says, this training has been more than I could have ever hoped for. She got 3 clients at 3,600 total. This is Kalen, who is regularly doing $40,000 a month. In fact, he did $126,000 in 24 weeks. This is Trevor. He did $13,000 total. This is Mark. He did $15,000 his first month. This is Torin. This is JT. This is Kenny. You can see here, Kenny says, I can't thank you enough and your team. OFP RWA is exactly what I needed in this season of my life. It's better than I expected. You guys have created something amazing, and I am blessed to be a part of it and leverage it to revolutionize my family and my life. Okay, here's Kenny again. First strategy session today, $2,400 paid in full. Here's David. David says, wow, I have been through so many programs and have spent a lot of money, and I finally think I found something that works. And then he's giving some of his results there as well. Okay, here's Hector. Hector did $2,400 sale on his first strategy session. The next day he said, hey, had my second strategy session. Sold a 12-week program, paid in full $1,200 additional. Okay, so it's $3,600. Then his third strategy session, he says, hey, I closed another program for $2,400. The guy collected $6,000 in cash in just 3 days. Okay, here's Chris. Barely 2 weeks in, and I've already sold my first $2,400 program. Here is Matthew, $2,200 in less than 72 hours. He updated later on that day and said $2,800. Here's Chintan. Chintan said, nailed it over the weekend. Thank you, CMA, RWA, for everything, $1,320. Here is Sabrina. Thank you. Huge milestones. Here is Alfred. Alfred said, picking up speed. This one client paid for my entire program. This works. And then here is Tyler. He says, just closed a new client. This is why I love what I do. And this is why I love my job, helping people. Okay. And so many more results we have, but I just want to go ahead and show you this just to show you that the program works, the system works. It's just a matter of helping you do the work so that way you can see the same results as well. Okay. And so just to close out this training here and welcoming you into the program, I want you to go ahead and take a second, and I would love for you to go ahead and comment inside of the student community, okay? And what I would love for you to go ahead and do is I want you to go ahead and post a short introduction about yourself into the student community, right? Basic things like, where you're born, where you're raised, where do you currently live, what's your current occupation? And I would love it. I would absolutely love it if you could share a fun fact about yourself with the rest of the RWA family, right? So fun facts, things like languages you might speak, where you're from, places you've traveled, something strange, funny, unique, some activity you've done, some funny or strange jobs that you've been through. Anything like that would be amazing and phenomenal. So that way we can welcome you into the community. That way you can start to become engaged inside of the community. And I want you to know that this is your opportunity to engage, right? Myself, we here, the team, the other students, we love to hear from you, and we do read all of the posts and the comments. So that way you can not only start to be able to get welcomed into the community, but you can also start to receive support and encouragement on your journey here with Remote Wellness Academy. Okay, so with that being said, welcome again, and I'm super excited for you and your entire journey, and I will catch you on the next training.